We've got to talk about Arsenal. Chelsea come, another big test for them, and they get it over the line, don't they? That's what they do. Winners, Arsenal are.
Well, actually, today, Arsenal scored 3 from set plays.
Yeah.
So, it just sticks into the format that they're all about. I mean, they are so big. I mean, Chelsea, I think, just looking at the game, the size of Arsenal, they were just sometimes, physically you got to be big enough. And unfortunately, Chelsea looked too small today on all set plays.
Arsenal, they are just too good in the air, aren't they?
They're powerful. They got powerful bodies. Their timing's good. Sometimes I remember at Crystal Palace we had Scotty Dan, who was brilliant at first contact, what he was great at, not so much that he was so much bigger than anybody else. He was normal size for centre half. But his timing was absolutely brilliant, and that's what Gabriel's got. Not only is he big, his timing is perfect. He gets the flight of the ball. He moves his feet quick enough. He's a bit like Muhammad Ali in that box. He can, get around the box and get something on it. And first contact is massive for Arsenal, and they're very, very good at it. Of course, the delivery from Rice in particular is out of this world.
And who would have thought 5 months ago, even 3 months ago, Pards, we'd be saying that Manchester United are third in the Premier League. We got to doff our cap, haven't we, to Michael Carrick, who we're a big fan of on this show, Pards.
We are a big fan, and not only that, if you would have said to me when he took over, remember he come out with that shout, we got to get Champions League football, and I thought that was almost kind of
playing to the gallery. Yeah,
and automated in him. It almost you've got to say that, Michael. Our fans, now look where they are. The same points as Villa, incredible, and a goal difference slightly better. Incredible. So well done, Michael. Well done, Man United. And Fernandes, did you know what he broke a record today?
Oh, tell me, we like your stats, Pards.
He got 100 assists today.
Wow.
So he's now got 100 goals and 100 assists. Do you know the 2 other players who've got that for Man United? There's only 2.
Paul Scholes?
No.
Oh.
I know, it's surprising, wasn't it? I would have said Scholesy straight away.
Bex?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Rooney?
One other, obviously the legend who played
Giggs.
for about 14 years.
Yeah,
Ryan Giggs, yeah. Ryan Giggs smashes them all, both of them, to pieces, to be honest. But still, in a team that hasn't really, dominated, the other 2 have played in dominating Man United teams.
Yeah.
So Fernandes to get that today.
He's been fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then you look at Brighton, of course, a former Man United player, Danny Welbeck.
Yes.
Another goal.
Yep.
England, should they be looking at him? Could be a person on the plane.
I still think that position's Ivan Toney's mine, but that's just a personal choice because of his hunger and desire. And
double figures for Danny Welbeck this season.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm obviously a big fan, so I'm all up for him. So if he went, I'd have absolutely no problem with it. But I'd still like to see Ivan Toney on the plane, personally.
And then we've got to talk about, of course, at Fulham, Craven Cottage, Fulham 2, Tottenham 1, the inconsistency of VAR. It's ridiculous. Like, this whole thing with the hands on the back. Like, it's either a foul or it's not a foul. They are the exact same carbon copy challenges of Mawani against Gabriel. And then
Can I tell you how that come to me, right? Because I didn't actually watch that game. But when someone told me about it, I thought, here we go. Spilt milk from Spurs fans. This is like, but it's a tiny little bit. No, he actually takes him out of the situation where he's going to head the ball.
100%.
So I'm with you on that. But the Fires had a disastrous weekend. The handballs at Burnley, Rice today, Rangers. I don't know if you've seen the Rangers goal. Wow. I mean, it's incredible. And then I think Bournemouth game, they played 12 minutes.
Yep.
12 minutes because of these decisions taking so long, and a lot of kind of the ugly side of football reared its head this weekend.
The problem is we have taken out the human error, okay, and we're leaving it to, there's a human in charge of VAR, right? But you could sometimes just say when a ref got it wrong, okay, they got it wrong. That ref got it wrong this week, and he got it right last week, etc. Now, because we're slowing down the game, we're seeing it in slow motion. Your hands are on his back. And then it was like last week, again, I come in for pelters because I was like, at the end of the day, the Mawani one against Gabriel, it is a foul.
In my book, it was a foul.
It's a foul.
And the one today was a foul.
It's a foul, yeah. I'll give it to Pards. Do you want a Chelsea fan or an Arsenal fan?
Chelsea.
Let's go straight to John then. Good evening, John.
Hello, boys. You all right?
Yeah, not bad. How are you feeling after that game?
Oh, It's kind of stressful watching the team every week, to be honest. I'm just feeling like Rafinha's not getting it tactically right at all. I think today is a big mess up, really.
In what way do you think you got it wrong?
It's more so the players that he's got on the bench that I feel he should bring on a bit earlier, especially against teams like Arsenal. There were times when I felt we could have stretched the game a bit more. If we would have brought on, say, Garnacho a bit earlier, he's a world-class player. I can't believe we still got him on the bench.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. As soon as he came on, he made such an impact when you had 10 men. If you had 11 men, dear me.
Well, hold on a minute. Garnacho has been a disaster in some games.
No. Absolutely not. Every time I watch him, I watch Chelsea regularly, I go up there regularly. Every time I watch him come on, he changes the game. And I just feel if we started him regularly or brought him on earlier, we would have a much better chance against these teams.
Do you remember him playing against West Ham, when he played against West Ham?
Yeah, but West Ham's like kicking the park, kicking ball in the park.
No. He got taken off half time. He was a disaster. So he hasn't been brilliant all the time. But I have to say that Palmer playing on the left today was a slight problem for me, because he was leaving that right side a little bit vulnerable. And also, when he come on a sub in the cup game in the 10 position, he caused havoc. So I would have liked to have seen him in the 10 today, personally.
I would personally like to see him actually playing up top, number 9.
Well, okay, as a false number 9, maybe.
That would be brilliant. And we could have either side Garnacho.
John, I'm going to throw a stat at you, John, right? Chelsea in this season, 9 red cards. It's the most red cards by a team in the Premier League season, right? Underneath you, Sunderland in the 2008-09 season, they're on the same numbers, right? What do you think it is about Chelsea at the moment with these red cards and the discipline? Do you think it's a lack of leadership?
Lack of leadership. We're quite a young, inexperienced team, so we need a leader there. I really feel like, a few years ago when we had Thiago at the back there, older players like that, I've seen and been about in the game. I felt like then we were a bit more in control of games. At the moment, we've got nobody there like that.
No, I completely agree with you. Thiago was such a massive player for you, and of course, that's why he ended up winning the Champions League. Just looking at the league position now, with Chelsea dropping out of that top 5, 3 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool with a great win at the weekend against West Ham, and they've got a decent run-in coming up. You concerned about dropping out of the Champions League places and not being in it next season, especially with the amount of money spent at Chelsea?
Not at all, because we're going to win the Champions League.
Oh, I like that, John.
We're going to win it.
You think you got the experience to win it?
Oh, well, the other times we've won it, did we have the experience then? It's Chelsea, we're Champions League. We're gravy in the Champions League. We're Champions League quality. That's our game. We'll win European competitions most of the times we play in them. We get to finals, we get to semis. So absolutely, I believe we can win it.
John, you're telling me tonight, on the 1st of March, champions of Europe once again is going to be Chelsea.
Absolutely, it's going to be Chelsea. We're going to be lifting it, and we're going to beat in the final?
Arsenal. Great call, John. Thank you very much. Let's clip that up. Make sure John comes back. We got the receipt from John. Let's go over to an Arsenal fan. Ian, you're going to get beaten in the Champions League final by Chelsea. What do you reckon?
No way at all. I wanted to pick up firstly. I'm obviously an Arsenal fan, but how outstanding Reece James was today. He not just his set piece delivery, but watching him there, and I think on the commentary today, I wasn't at the game. Knowing that for England we're going to have Rice and James with their set pieces, he was outstanding. But as Alan said, I think today Chelsea. Firstly, I'll comment about Arsenal in a minute because I am worried. Chelsea. They're indisciplined, like the throwing of the ball at the end and the tackle from Neto. I'd be fuming if I was his manager. That tackle, I think they might have got a point out of that game. Had they stuck it with 11 men, I think Delap looked good when he came on. But it's similar to the Brentford game. We huffed and puffed at the end of that game, and Brentford were brilliant. We were in a game today, and we were huffing and puffing, but Rice, before the injury, looks leggy. Zubimendi's out of sorts. Saka played better towards the end of the game. But other than Raya, I don't know, either of you. You tell me who man of the match was for Arsenal, because we're just looking leggy.
I've got to say Raya's man of the match for that just the save at the end alone.
I agree, but Martinelli, Trossard was poor today. That's the good thing about Arsenal. Martinelli looked like he had some legs today.
Yeah, no, he did. I've always rated Martinelli. I think he's a good player.
Rice, I'm always an advocate of Rice, but today he just didn't look there. He just looks tired.
Do you know what, Ian? I think you're playing so much football, right? And the pressure is on right now, isn't it? Every game you go into is a cup final for you lot.
Yeah.
And you can just sense it. You can sense the energy. Even watching it with
they had 7 days off this week, though.
Yeah, that's going to be massive.
No, they had it this week.
Oh yeah.
So they had a nice build up. So there was no need for it. But I actually thought there was 2 or 3 not quite on it, particularly offensively. I thought Gabriel, by the way, was man of the match because not only does he get first contact on stuff, he seals them up.
Yeah,
he's such an important player. And I think he brings...
Apart from when he's parachuting out of the sky when he's getting touched by...
Well, yeah, okay. But he's also, that leadership quality around the group.
Oh, yeah.
Which
massive.
Chelsea are massively missing. And can you read that stat out against Chelsea? Is that correct? Well, that they've more red cards than anybody else in the Premier League? That can't be right.
I just received it in our WhatsApp group. Chelsea, the 25-26 season, most red cards by a team in the Premier League season, 9, Chelsea. Then it's Sunderland in 08-09 with 9 and QPR in 2011-12 with 9. Probably when Joey Barton was there, I think.
Don't blame it on Joey.
No, because I remember he getting sent off against Man City.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, last day of the season. Yeah, absolutely. It cost them, that did. But no, going back to the game today, just touch on Reece James, because for me, he's nailed on as right back for England.
He's superb. He's such a good player.
He gives you the option of going into that midfield. So actually, when he plays central midfield for Chelsea, where he's done terrific as well, it's a lovely option to play an inverted fullback for England. And I'm sure Thomas will do that in certain games. So Reece James, let's just fingers crossed he stays fit to the end of the year.
I know they had 7 days off, but I do still think there's been so much football played by Arsenal.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, I'm not saying that there isn't a little bit of fatigue running through that team at this stage. Actually, when we come to this sort of into March period, you'll be surprised. Fatigue sort of goes out the window a little bit because the trophies are on show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can touch them, you can feel them, you can sense them coming, semi-finals, and you start getting yourself more motivated. That tunnel part of the season from November to February is tough for everybody.
But I was just watching them today against Chelsea, and I couldn't help but admire the tenacity and the want from them players to get to the second ball. Every time they were at bang, they were there. And that's the level. They're trying to perform at 100%. And to win the Premier League, you got to be 100%.
Yeah, of course.
For 100% of the time. And, it almost reminded me of from grassroots football, watching some of the grassroots games, then going over to the academies and watching the difference. And that's the Arsenal at the top of the table. The reason why they're there is because every second ball they're on.
A physical team.
Yeah, but watching that with Spurs today, when I was watching against Fulham, and the lack of us going to that, and the physicality, the want, the desire.
Well, it's all part of the product.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see when we get to the end of the year, if Arsenal do win the league, how this team will be remembered. Will it be remembered as a set play, physical, aggressive team, or will it be more than that? And I think if you're a purist, you're looking for a little bit more than they're offering at the minute, in my opinion. I always like to see a little bit more flair, a little bit more kind of control in the game. I thought they really struggled, actually, when Chelsea went down to 10 men to control the game. And there's a lack of control sometimes in their performances that would worry me if I was trying to win the league.
Imagine, as a Spurs fan, I'm going to give Arsenal a bit of an out here.
Oh, go on.
Right? I think with Arteta and Arsenal, they've almost clocked the cheat code of the Premier League with the set-piece stuff and how good they've got it, because so many teams set up with that low block against you that you need that little moment in a game where you get that little moment and you take your chance, and they've done that. And when people say, win at all costs, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I was trying to pull a stat to try and clarify about set plays, because I think we're at 111 today of corners scored in the Premier League. Yeah. And I think the record is 130 or something. So it looks like we're going to get more goals from corners than any other season, which it just goes to play into hands. Like, people say, it's the set play coaches. The set play coaches are, a big part of this increase in set plays, right? But if that was the case, then they should be better at defending them, because that's the set plays job as well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really see that. I think it's more of an emphasis by the top teams, particularly Arsenal, in terms of getting them 3 points over the line.
Yeah.
You know, really focusing on set plays.
It almost becomes
Brentford being another one.
It almost becomes like a penalty in rugby, doesn't it? It's like,
Well,
just take it.
They're getting very, very good at them, yeah.